What's up, everybody? This is Supercar Ron, and welcome to my second episode of my fully off-grid A-frame cabin setup. Today, I want to walk you through. We have flooring in, we have cabinets in, we have a lot of the woodwork, the casing around the doors all in. We actually have doors in now, but we have one really big problem that we have to solve. Come with me, and I'll show you what it is.
It looks like there's a little bit coming through there.
Look,
this chasm is new.
This is not good. Okay? This is a sign of the problem that we're having. Okay, so all of this,
You have a moat.
I have
This is
a
a
moat,
moat.
but you'll see this kind of fabric membrane that we've attached to the foundation of the home. We have a seriously tough water issue, and water keeps getting into the basement of the cabin.
The entire basement is flooded. All wet. This is the mechanical room straight off the stairs. This is that drain. It's full.
And that is what we are trying to solve. So otherwise, I think the cabin's like 80% of the way there. You know, in 3 weeks, we're supposed to be installing furniture and finishing all the lighting and everything else. But we had to have a whole separate crew come out yesterday, try to dehumidify the basement. Oh, it is so stressful, and it is killing me because we haven't found the right answer yet.
I'm also sure it's probably not cost effective.
None of this is cost effective. So follow me, but there's so much good though, so much good that's going on. Watch out for the
You
drop.
should keep this as a feature.
Yeah. Let's look straight up
Oh,
at the
wow.
ceiling. Check this out.
Dude, this has come along far.
We got all of the tongue and groove
Wow.
into the ceiling since last time we were here. We also have this amazing wood beam that goes across the very peak of the A-frame, and then this incredible light fixture that we brought in. I think we brought it in from Italy, actually, but
Wow.
it hangs down. That's going to go directly over our dining table here. But come check out the kitchen with me.
Well, and not just that, look at all the finish of the window. That's
all the
new.
windows are in. This is this telescoping. Like in the summer times, this is going to be so money because you just open the doors and it's going to be like indoor, outdoor living. You know, you're one with nature kind of a thing. We're gonna have a hot tub out here, a whole walkout patio kind of system, looking out over the whole valley underneath my cabin. I wanted this cabin on the point specifically for the views, and that's why we put it out here on the point. This entire curtain wall, it's all glass, like all glassed in, unbelievable views. What we are standing on right now is actually finished wood, so check this out. This is actually
Oh, wow, that's
the
already
color.
done. This is
Yes.
just covered for the sake
Yes,
of it.
the
being worked
hardwood
on.
is in through the entire house. So all the flooring is in right now. We have this super cool modern fireplace that's going in. We have a whole metal structure that's going around the surround of the fireplace. This is gonna be the kitchen and the island. This is kind of a return of the island that comes out, but we'll have, bar stools, things like that. The kitchen is actually a really good sized kitchen. The problem with an A-frame generally is just the dynamic of, how you lose essentially ceiling space as it comes in towards the top of the house. So you have to customize these cabinets to maximize the space as much as possible. And check out this flooring. Look how pretty that
Oh
is.
yeah, nice.
Yeah, look how pretty
So it's a little
that is.
darker than the tongue and groove above.
A little darker in tongue and groove. Remember, this is supposed to be kind of a mountain, modern, contemporary. We're gonna have some mid-century pieces in here. The countertops, I believe, go on next Wednesday. So we will have countertops on these. This is our pantry, kind of a butler's pantry style. The herringbone floors with the tile. Nothing has been painted. Painting starts, I think, tomorrow on the whole house. And so these are a lot of finish work that's going in. We didn't have doors last time.
Oh yeah, look at
Obviously,
this.
it needs to be painted. We didn't have the casing around the door frames and the windows. And then follow me in the back here.
We have everything being done right now.
Bro, we are cranking right now. I mean, look, this is the laundry room right here. So,
Dude, look, you got a light on. That's a big deal.
Dude, this is solar.
It's
bro.
all wired?
It's all run by solar.
It's already
all
wired. The house is wired
Everything's
already.
working. Yeah, it's awesome. Same kind of thing over here. Main floor bathroom right off the hangout area. Come in, use that. And then we've got our two masters on the main. This is storage, closet. Oh, look at this. We got some like shelving going in.
Oh yeah.
You know, in the closets, and then come back here again.
And this is all floor that's done beneath us?
All the flooring
Everything
is done. So check it. You can kind of see it right on the edge right there.
Nice.
This one is coming along. Bathrooms. This is going to be stunning when it's done.
Oh, wow.
We also have, yeah. Check this out. And it's a big bathroom too. Like
huge.
I wanted a big enough bathroom where you could kind of move around, not super tight. We got to bring glass in. We're going to glass in the shower. So that still has a lot of work to do. Here's our other master over here. Doors are going on. I'd love to see that. And remember the view. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Oh, it's so peaceful.
The view is just so sick. We're like almost there. I can like taste.
It's like the last
it.
month that it's that close, but it's like so much comes together.
We're like 30 days from finish. Look how stunning the wood is on these steps.
Nice, look at that.
These stairs are so pretty, dude. Like such a pretty, I love it. I love the look. Yeah, check this out. Same wood floors kind of go in this level as well. So there's gonna be continuity, which I wanted. You got this light A-frame in the ceiling, you know, the lights, the glass on both sides of the cabin. The floors are gonna be darker, so you can't quite get the sense of scale, but this is like a pretty big hangout area, you know, like the main area. We're gonna have a whole, you know, living room set up where a bunch of people can sit. We can seat 10 people at the dining room, a bunch of people at the counter right there.
I would go to argue this view from here is probably the best than
Dude,
even down there because you get to see up and above.
Unbelievable. And you can see my retention pond, the well, you know, my alfalfa field down there. You know, still a lot of work to do, generally speaking, but like we are coming along. So we got the spiral staircase in. I think that was in last time we were here. But look at this finish work right here. It's like a vertical tongue and groove, but I love this finish work. And this has all just happened since I've been here in the last hour. Like These guys are cranking. Here, come into this one right here. I don't know if there's a light. No light in here yet, but I don't know if you can see this or not, but I absolutely love the tile work in here, like kind of a little bit darker, moodier. Both bathrooms, every bathroom is a little bit different. So we're gonna style it a little bit different, like these kids that are gonna be in these bunk rooms.
Oh wow, this is all built out.
Check this out.
So this is 4 bunks.
This is 4 bunks in each of these rooms, twin over double. So you can actually get, you know, a bigger sized person, or if you had to, maybe a couple, it'd just be tight. But I love the stairs kind of going up between each bunk. There's a lot of finish work that needs to happen. But then these kids that sleep in here, this is what they get to look out at.
Wow. Nice.
We got some more bunks in here. So right now, I think the current plan without the basement, because we can't figure out the water getting into it, but right now there are 10 beds in the house. So 4 bunk beds here, 4 bunk beds over there, and then 2 king size beds, 1 in each of the masters. Okay, let's go upstairs though, because the loft area is gonna be pretty sweet too. Okay, check this out. This is probably the best view of the floor. See that? Look how pretty that is. I love the color of the floor. It's like rich and warm and
really nice.
It contrasts nicely with the, you know, the tongue and groove that runs the whole length.
And you already have heat in the house, or is it just warm?
I think we have heat. Yeah, in fact, I know we have heat. It's HVAC. The problem is the doors are open all day long with construction guys, but this is a ton of space up here. What is this, 10, 20, 30 feet long by 15 feet wide? You got another 450 square feet, like, or whatever, up here. And this was supposed to be Supercar Rhonda's kind of workout space. So she's a hardcore workout fiend. And so I know that if I want to get her down here, we've got to have some workout equipment. But again, I just don't know of, another place that, like, I know the snow looks so good. And like, you just can't, like, you're working out looking at this, you know, and you're like, man, absolutely stunning. I actually want to live here. I want to leave the Salt Lake area, live here in Southern Utah. Like this is, I would literally make this my home. Okay, boys, let's come look at what's happening down here.
Oh, there is some lights on down here, though.
There are lights on. Yep. So let me explain. You can kind of smell the mustiness of
Very
it, right?
musty down here.
Let me explain what's happening here. From what we understand, the soil right where we dug this place out is like hard clay, basically. Any water that has come in kind of down the sides of the foundation has pooled underneath the house at this point, because we've done additional kind of water mitigation efforts around the entire foundation, but not underneath the foundation. So what we have here is water actually coming up through the cracks of the foundation. Now, remember, this is a brand new foundation. Every foundation, it's concrete, and so there's always some, cracking, even if it's very minor, that happens with anything concrete. What we have here is a continual amount of water that comes up through the bottom of the foundation.
You see it seeping up the drywall.
And we can't figure out what to do about it. So we have an engineering firm. What we know needs to happen is there needs to be an avenue for the water to leave from underneath the foundation, right? So what we are gonna likely do right now is kind of trench the northwest corner. We're gonna trench it, and hopefully it provides a little pathway for the water to get out from underneath the foundation of the cabin. So otherwise, we had some mold in here. Yesterday, we had a firm come in, clean up the mold, get rid of the mold, put down mold mitigation stuff. But as you can see, water continues to get in the basement. And this is supposed to be like the kids' hangout area. Put a race sim over there, put a bunch of big bean bags, throw a big, movie screen on the wall. Like this is supposed to be the kids' hangout zone. And instead, we just have water coming up through the basement floor. So while everything else continues up above, we have this horrible issue of water in the basement, and you just can't have that when you own a house, right? Like water can't be actively coming in, and especially a brand new house. This is really fun.
You do have some crazy videos though. I think from
I do.
2 months past,
Yes.
when the entire basement is basically flooded, right?
So the whole basement was flooded. It had multiple inches of water, and what we discovered was it was coming in from a variety of different areas. I think we poured maybe the leakiest foundation in the history of mankind, but we have spent, I didn't even know how much. It was like $20,000 on this entire waterproofing system. You can go around the entire cabin and you can see the trench that has been dug around the foundation, and then you can see the waterproofing membrane that goes down the wall and actually kind of flares out. Additionally, we did multiple French drains down each side of the cabin, one right at the foundation bottom, then one another like 5 feet up or 6 feet up, something like that. And those they slope off the hillside. The water drains out through the pipes down the side of the cabin. We should not have any more water issues coming in from the sides of the cabin. It's mostly just from the floor. And you can see it because you just look at the cracks and there's literally water coming up through the floor. It is one of the greatest banes of my existence right now, trying to figure out how to combat this and make sure we never have another ounce of water coming in ever again. You can see the sides though, like the walls, there's no water coming through the walls, which is exactly what we paid for. So we know the walls are working. We just can't figure out this part right here. So this is the last and final kind of step to making sure the cabin is done and complete and perfect. The summers in southern Utah are largely dry and kind of, hot or warm. We don't think in the middle of the summer that any of this will happen. However, I can't finish the basement. I can't put up drywall. I can't put up carpet, paint, all that other stuff. Can't finish it until we solve this issue. So we are likely not going to be finishing the basement anytime soon. We're gonna try to solve this water issue, and then we're gonna let it sit and have a few rainstorms or snowstorms come in to make sure that this issue doesn't happen again.
Which probably means like not furnishing this fully for a while.
You're
not ruining down here.
No,
right?
I've got a whole garage full of stuff, like brand new furnishings and whatever, and we can't put any of it in the basement. And as you can tell, with an A-frame, the basement is the largest footprint of the
I was gonna
house.
say, you have a ton of room down here.
A ton
It's
of room in the
massive.
basement. I think we have, 2,000 square feet just in the basement, something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of work to do here in the basement. I have a strong feeling that it's gonna be a simpler solution than we even thought. Fingers crossed our solution works.
YouTube engineers, comment down below.
Oh my gosh,
if
like,
you have
how do
a
you-
solution.
How do you drain water from underneath the slab of a basement?
Inside to the ranch life. What are we looking at?
This is ranch life, but honestly, I have multiple years of my life invested in this deer, and these are the sheds that my buddy Travis Roundy picked up, and I think they're from last year because Slade got killed this year by someone not me. So very sad, but look at this buck, man. For people that understand, this is just a monster. I think he scored 2 in the mid 220s or something like that. I forget, whatever it was just a huge, huge buck, but look at those sheds. That's amazing.
Phew. But you were looking after that one for a few years and you could never
Literally,
get it.
this was a ghost. Like, so I don't believe, did I ever see this deer? I don't. So 3 years of looking for this deer and I never saw him.
It was just myth.
This is Travis Roundy's buck of all bucks. This is a 268-inch Colorado buck.
That's
And look at
insane.
how many points were on this thing?
I think it's 12 by 14 or something.
12 by 14 buck. Where Travis hunts, they actually just tie the deer down and he comes up and bashes it in the head with it. You know? But look at this thing. I mean, just a. Were you so excited when you found these?
I was relieved because I've spent a full year and 3 months. We've walked over 1,000 miles looking for those things.
And you had
Wow.
an idea where he wintered, right?
We
Like,
did. We found
yeah.
him down on the winter range.
Yeah.
We actually had a trail cam out and we found the spring that he was watering on.
Okay.
And we knew what day he shed his antlers. My wife found this antler
Yeah.
on Wednesday last week and it took us 3 days to find this one afterwards.
How far away was it?
490 yards.
Okay, so within 500
Wow.
yards, he had shed both antlers.
Yep.
Wow, that is so cool. That's
We were
amazing,
excited,
honestly.
but we were more relieved that it was finally
Over?
over.
Is it in a spot that I know?
This was cabin update number 2. My off-grid ranch is almost done. We are 80% of the way there. I know we're gonna solve the water in the basement issue, but this is almost done and I am so excited to showcase it. In 3 weeks, we're gonna be installing furniture here. You guys will not believe the transformation once we get it painted, countertops on, and furniture in this bad boy. This will be an epic, epic cabin.